So I met the love of my life. Like I literally fell in love. Love at first sight. No joke. And it was with a horse, a random horse that I met when I was on a walk in another neighborhood, not my own neighborhood. So I came across these people. They were walking they weren't riding, they were walking the two horses. They had two dogs and a stroller, one dog and a stroller, and three people. And I didn't really talk to the other one of the horses. I could tell he was a little skittish and I didn't want to, he was like really on alert. And then the other one was like this blonde horse. And I asked the lady and I said, can I approach him? Is it okay if I pet him? And she said, yeah, of course. So we always teach to ask consent and just not go up and start. People do shit to animals all the time and because they think they can just take and like, oh, well, let me pat your face. And the horse was like, I don't know you, lady. So I went up and I asked consent and he gave me consent right away. And so I went and pet him and he and I had an instant love connection. Instant. And I said, I didn't know his name yet. I said, I said to her, I think her name is, what's her name? Lauren, I think. I said, this horse is hilarious. She goes, yeah, his name is Joker. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can see the comedy like all over him. He was hysterical. And he and we just bonded and he was all over me and I was like all over him. And I'm like, I think we're in love. I think this is love at first sight. And when I walked away, she goes, he can't stop looking at you. He was like turning his whole body around so his head could see me. And he just was like walking, like he was like watching me walk away. It was so cute. Like, where are you going? I love you. And I was like, I love you so much. It was so sweet. I have one other horse that there's a horse kind of in my neighborhood that I walk to. He's always in the same stall. This place has a huge, like probably 40 horses. I don't know, a lot of horses. And a huge property, beautiful property, immaculate. The horses are well taken care of. And there's this one horse, I don't know his name because I haven't met, I want to meet the owners. So I can say, can I bring him a carrot? Can I talk to him? He and I have a love connection too. It's not the same as Joker. Joker was like, it was like my soulmate. But this horse and I, we have a thing too. And he really loves attention, this one horse. And he sees me walking up and he sticks his head through the bars and he's like, oh my God, I haven't been back in a while because it's been a little hot and I've been walking at night. So the reason I'm sharing all of this is because the animals in our life bring us so much joy, bring us so much consciousness, bring us so much connection if we allow it and let it in. For many years, I was a pet psychic. I did animal reading. It was all word of mouth because it just it happened organically. I helped my teacher find her lost cat. And then it went from there and people just started reaching out to me and I learned so much about animals and about people by doing readings. I would always tell people like, they're going to tell me your secrets. Are you ready for that? Do you want me to know all these things? And then they're like, oh yeah, no problem. And then I'll start talking what they said. They're like, oh my God, they know all that. They see all that. I'm like, yeah, your animals soak up everything. They know everything you're doing. They're, like my dogs, like my little dog, Stella, right? Stella, she's like, yeah, you know it all. She knows it all. She knows when I'm being a bitch. She knows when I'm sad. She knows when I'm happy. She knows when my husband and I are arguing. She knows it all. And so does my other dog, Rose, but probably Stella more. So we are blessed, so incredibly blessed to have animals in our life. And here's another thing, just real quick. When I met Joker, the horse, I stopped to talk to them because there was a dying hawk on the ground that looked like it probably got electrocuted. It was so sad. So they were really working to help this animal. And by the time the dad came to pick him up and take him to the raptor rehabilitation, and it ended up dying. But the good news is that it died while people were caring about it. And where I live, there's so many owls, there's so many hawks. And like one night recently, my husband and I saw 5 owls within 10 minutes, just perched all around. They were out hunting. So blessed. Whenever I see an owl, I'm one of those people that I just can intuitively feel it. And I'll look up and they're like either driving or walking. And I'm like, there they are. I just saw a hawk outside too. And I feel blessed that I am able to be that in connection with animals. I don't take it lightly. They're here to teach us. They're here to show us the way. And in a lot of ways, they're way more enlightened than we are. We just have more ego. We think we're better, but we're not. We think we're smarter,
I know, caller.
but we're not. We're not. And animals have been used and abused for many years, for decades, centuries, thousands of years. People take advantage of their kindness and their willingness to help and support. Like I can't even tell you, I like trophy hunting. Like I understand hunting. I understand going out and like shooting a deer and using it for meat. That doesn't bother me. And if it bothers you, I'm sorry if that gave you a sad image, but that doesn't bother me, especially if someone uses the skins and uses the meat. It's better than going to the grocery store, honestly. But what does bother me is trophy hunting. Like, why the hell would you pay 60 grand so you can shoot some lion? That kind of stuff drives me crazy. So animals, well, as beautiful they are, we're taking their habitat away from them on many levels. We're killing them. We can go into the dark side of it all, but I don't really want to do that. I didn't mean to go down that tangent. But the reason I'm bringing it up is I want you to really to take a moment and honor the animals in your life, the animals that show up in your neighborhood, the birds, the bees, the lizards, all of it brings a level of consciousness to our planet. And we are blessed, blessed, blessed to be blessed by them. No doubt. So the reason I wanted to do a animal talk today is because I want to invite you to a summit that I'm on. It's totally free. I'm going to put the link in the PS. This summit, I was interviewed with about 22 other speakers, me and my partner, Kate. We do horse healing retreats. So we talked mainly about her herd and all the work that we're doing with the horses, which is absolutely unbelievable. I've never seen healing. I've never, ever witnessed such rapid healing with the horses and people that I do with this herd ever. But I don't want you to miss this summit. There's 22 speakers. These are people, and everyone's talking with animals. So all that animal experts, animal communicators, and this summit's crushing it. Her numbers mean you may not mean anything to you, but like she has a lot of signups, and she's doing it really, really successful. And she's a great lady, the woman who's interviewing everybody. And she said she wants to come to one of our retreats. And I really hope she does. And it was an honor to be on this summit. Like I almost didn't make it on. She interviewed me to be on her summit to see if I was good enough to be or interviewed, or if I was a good fit. I don't really think like that. She's like, I already have 3 other horse people. Like, what sets you apart? And I was like, damn, she is on it. And I said, I think it's our herd. It's the work we're doing sets us apart. And when she turned into the herd, she started crying. I was like, I know, they're special. They're a really special herd. They've been together for many, many years. And so the herd works together. So I won't go too much into that. Sign up for the free summit. Please, 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 please sign up for it. And you can watch me and Kate's full interview on the summit. I don't know when it starts exactly. I think it may be next week. But yeah, let me know what you think of the interviews, and just give your pets a little extra snuggle today. Even if you have a snake or a lizard or something like that, give your pets another little snuggle. Oh, P.S., you know what's so cute? My daughter's 16, and she has an odd, like she's doing odd jobs this summer. And one of her jobs is working at an animal sanctuary that's actually right down the street from my house. And she's like cleaning cages and feeding, and she's mainly a tortoise rescue, but she has pigs and she has some other things, but she has a lot of tortoises. And I'm like, that is the coolest job. So cool. All right. My name is Beth Osmer, and I will see you on the next video.